Hello everyone. So it is early in the morning, Wednesday I believe, January 4th, 2023. As I was stirring in my sleep before waking up, or being, I guess, woken up by my cat, indirectly, in my sleep I had heard Holy Spirit say Hyacinth twice. And I was pretty sure it was the Holy Spirit. And I asked God, is this you, Holy Spirit, speaking to me? And he said yes. And I said, okay, when I get up later, I'll look at it. But my cat was making noise and woke me up. So I finally got up and went and looked this up. Now, my biblical dream interpretation book is out in the car, and it's cold and wet outside right now, and I don't feel like going out there. So if I get anything additional, I will put it in the description box below. But this is what I just found on the internet, and I was asking the Lord, what is it that he's saying? So this is what the hyacinth flower can look like, although the emphasis here is going to be more so on like a bluish kind of color. And we'll get to why in a moment. So it says here that hyacinths can represent sorrow, and that's what the Lord was speaking to me. It can represent different things, and as we know, different symbolism has crept its way into the church and so forth, and So it says here it can symbolize jealousy or sorrow, or end sorrow. It says here the hyacinth is the flower of the sun god Apollo. Now, if we remember in the book of Revelation, is not Apollo or Apollyon mentioned, right? A symbol of peace, commitment, beauty, power, and pride. The hyacinth is often found in Christian churches as a symbol of happiness and love, which is a deception, as we'll continue on if you really think about this, okay? Now, who is Apollyon regarding in the book of Revelation, right? The Antichrist, the opposite of Christ, the opposite of all that is good, okay? So this is how the devil works his way into even the garden bed of the churches. All right, let's continue on. So here's what's interesting. So the next thing that I actually clicked on and found, it says the flower hyacinth that rose from hyacinth's blood is said to have had a deep blue or purple hue and a sign resembling the inscription AI on its petals, a symbol of sorrow. So this color here is more so what we're talking about. What is that color of? The color of a corpse, the deceased. And then the next thing that I found, it says here, the purple hyacinth is a popular symbol of sorrow and regret for funeral setting. This expression is certainly appropriate. Sometimes a simple acknowledgement of the family's grief is enough. So, long story short, this is what the Lord said to me. He said the word hyacinth to me twice. He is confirming, he is emphasizing that death is coming. And this death that is coming will have to do with technology. Isn't that interesting? An inscription resembling AI. What does AI stand for? Artificial intelligence, technology. So we've got ties to technology. We've got ties to Apollyon, okay? And, they can be different colors, yes, but what the Lord was telling me what he was highlighting is this bluish color, the color of a corpse, Okay? Sorrow, grief, the kind of flowers you see at a funeral. The Lord is saying that death is coming. Death is coming. And you know, I was listening to a video last night that I almost was going to share, but at the end of it, the person said something that was just dead wrong, so I'm not sharing it. But she was sharing, and I've heard other people say this now, maybe 2 or 3 times I've heard different people say this, that they've had dreams or visions of the death that's coming, the 4th seal, that people will literally be dropping dead on the side of the road, so to speak. So people may be seeing this color even when they don't want to, and more than they want to. Death is coming, and it will be tied to technology. Technology that has come from the evil one. You may be seeing this color in the future. You may be seeing these flowers in the future. You will be seeing death in the future. Tied to technology, caused by technology that came from the evil one. Oh, and that was the other thing. So actually, one of the first things that God actually highlighted to me was that it can symbolize pride. And he said that this has to do with the pride of people's hearts, in the sense that they did not humble themselves to have a more intimate or have any relationship with him, intimate relationship with him, to ask him what he said about partaking in particular things that are leading to death. That's the Rhema word of the Lord. Hyacinth. I bless you all in the name of Yeshua, the Christ of Nazareth.